Okay, morning guys. Let's have a... There we are. I've got a little job this morning. It's to repair some aluminium, an aluminium post or pole. But don't get excited, I'm not going to be using my new welder, the laser, basically because I haven't used it enough to know how it works properly and trust it. So I'm going to be TIGging this. But I just thought I'd bring you along just to show you how I would tackle this sort of job. So let's have a little look. This is what I've got. It's snapped, but it's right across a hole. That's probably why it's gone. It actually caught on an electric gate apparently and snapped it off. So let's see what we can do. But the hardest part is that it's got a, I don't know if you can see, it's got that V in it because it has to locate into a socket. But I think I figured out how we're going to get around that. Let's get to it. Okay, so I've got this bit of tube which is about the same diameter but much thicker. This is about, I don't know, 5 or 6 mil, I think 5 mil. So what I'm going to do is cut off, I don't know, about 6 inches or so that we can shove sort of 3 inches in that end, 3 inches in that end, and hopefully that will strengthen it up because I'm going to weld it into each side as well as welding down the middle around the cut. So let's just cut that off. About 6 inches, near enough, doesn't have to be exact. You may have noticed I've switched to voiceover because I don't like that new mic of mine, the wireless mic. I'm going to have to do some adjustments to it, I think, to get it to how I want it. So I'm back on the voiceover. Alright, so that's the bit I want. Right, so what I'm going to do, I need to cut obviously a big slice out of it. I have no idea how much I need to cut out, but because I'm going to slice it, I'm going to hold it lengthways, otherwise it will just bind up on the disc when I cut through, which is why I'm putting it in this bigger vise. Good old rigid pipe vise. Right, let's get some ear rolls. See what we can do. Right, that's the first cut. Ah, bollocks, that was hot. Oh, that was hot. That's amazing how quickly that got that hot. Right, so now I'm going to take another, I don't know, ½ inch or so out of it and squash it up, and hopefully it'll go in there either side of that little V. But so it's going to be a bit hit and miss, I think, as to how much I take out. Give it a squash. Trying to keep it sort of round. It's obviously not going to stay round, but hopefully if I can get it near enough, then when I hammer it into the... Quite, it's still hot. I'm just going to go and cool that down. Hopefully when I hammer it into the tube, it will sort of form itself back into a sort of circle-ish. That's still... I've taken a good ½ inch out of there, and that's still way too big, so we'll have to have another hack. See what we can do. hot again. I think, are we just about there? Fairly sort of getting there. Still wants a bit out though. It's, you can see it's still quite tight. So let's have another go. Right, sorry, I turned it off and forgot to turn it back on again, but I've done it and actually taken quite a bit of a V out. I don't know if you can see there. So I've taken the edges at quite an angle. And it now just starts to go in there. So I think that will do the trick. So I've got to drill some holes that I can weld through on both sides. So let's do that before we start knocking things into each other. We might not get them out again. I'm just using one of these step drills. I don't use this very often because I don't do much thin stuff. But this is quite thin and quite soft. I thought this would be the ideal job. I haven't measured it because it doesn't really matter. Just eyeballing where it's going to go. And the other one. Job done. Right, let's see if we can get a bit of a bevel on here. I want obviously to have a bit of a bevel for welding it up because I've got to grind it back flush. So I need a bit of a bevel of some sort, or a gap, so that I don't grind it back to nothing. I know it's going to be the weak spot, but I'm pretty confident that if this did break again, that the bit of tube in the middle will keep it together, so you get a warning if the actual original break snaps again, that it's not just going to collapse. Right, now that doesn't want to go. Although it's the right size, it don't want to go, and what it's doing, it's catching inside. It's sort of galled in there, and it's, I don't know if you see, there's we're pushing a piece of the alley out, so I'm going to tidy up the inside of that and the outside of this, and I'm just going to put a bit more of a bevel in there just to make sure, and then I'm going to clean up all the rough bits. That's better, much better. You can see now I'm going to weld through there. That should hold it nice and secure. See if that one will go in there. I don't think that's going to go very easily. Still needs a bit of squashing. Again, just tidy up in there where those holes have been drilled. There's a little bit of burr in there. Try and squash it so I can get it started. Now what's happening is it's actually pushing into the shorter end. It's not going into the other end. So what I should probably have to do is weld this in here first. That's pushing in, so I'm going to weld these in so they can't go anywhere. Then I can push it into the other one, and then we can weld that one up. So I've got the TIG all set up and ready, and I'm using 53, 56 rods, which are quite, I don't know, something like 6% magnesium, something like that. They're pretty, I think they're pretty strong for this sort of job, as opposed to the 4340s. I think they're a little bit softer. Right, what am I looking for? Wire brush. I'm not particularly good at this, and it's got a little bit sooty where I've touched my TIG tip a little bit, a couple of times. But anyway, it's got it. Don't think that is going to come apart, so we can now shove that into the longer bit, and there we go. Lines up quite nicely, it's quite straight. So I'm going to weld into these ones and then weld around the seam and then re-drill it. So I'm going to weld the whole lot up and re-drill it. Oh bugger. It's the trouble, I don't want to squash this tube because it's, for what it does, it's a pretty lightweight bit of tube and it squashes quite easily. I don't want to distort it too much. Right, that's done that. I think that'll hold it. Do the other side. Get myself another rod. This one's a little bit on the short side, but I don't like to waste rods. Alright, now just making sure that that seam is fairly level. Just banging it back down towards the tube that's inside it. Hopefully I'll get a fairly even weld. Right, let's get myself another rod or two. Right, well I've made a boo-boo again. I went and got my rod and forgot to turn the camera back on. But I've done it anyway. So boring you, but there you go. It's nothing pretty, but it's reasonably shiny, and I think it's got it fairly well. You can see there's a bit of cleaning around there. So we're going to grind them off, all of them off flush, and tidy up that rail up the middle, and then hopefully it'll fit. Just using a flat disc for this, nothing special. Right, it's sort of there, I think. That's hot again. That's amazing how quickly that gets hot, this stuff. Right, that's, I was looking for a bit of sandpaper but can't see any. Right, well, there you go. You can still see where it was joined and welded, the hole welded in, but I'm not too worried about that. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. It's not too bad. It's for what it's going to do. I think it'll be fine. I'm just going to clean that groove out. I'm going to do the worst of it just with a slitting disc. Just gently touch the edges. I think that'll do the trick. If I can just clean the bottom out with a little tiny file. Keeps catching. That's what I hate about Ali. It catches on every time and it blocks up your files, and yeah, not keen on working with Ali. Right, I think that will do the trick, hopefully. So there we go. I've drilled the hole, which again I forgot to show you, but it's just drilling a hole. I don't know if you can see, if I show you how much thicker it is. It's like a good 6mm now, where that join is. As I say, if that goes again, I'm hoping that there will be a warning, because it will still be held by the welds either side that I put through the holes. And there you go, all done. That main pole, that was bent as well, because it all took a bit of stick. So I had to straighten that, which basically I just put one end in the vise and pulled on the other end. And it's nice and straight now. So hopefully my mate can get on with his job. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.